you may be able to tell from the scenery behind me, but we are actually at SeaWorld today, and it's pretty awesome to bring in the new year. I actually want to thank all of you guys that have been with us throughout last year, and all of you people joining us for this year. Happy New Year, and hopefully 2022 is a little better than what we've had previously, because it's been a little rough the last couple of years, COVID and everything. So yeah, hopefully we're just gonna have a better year. So SeaWorld is doing some really cool stuff. So first of all, they've done a bunch of refurbishments. We have a roller coaster that's coming to us this year. Icebreaker will be opening in February. Hopefully we're going to get to jump on that in January. So we're hoping to go check out some Icebreaker stuff and just kind of generally look at the coaster and see what it kind of looks like. See if they're doing some test runs today, hopefully. But that's not why we're here. So why we're actually here is they're doing behind the scenes tours. So SeaWorld has basically opened up the areas that are normally restricted to people. So we're going to get to go behind the scenes in the shark tanks. We're going to get to go see how they interact and how they care for all of the other animals in the park, like the killer whales, the penguins, beluga whales, seals, stuff like that. So we're going to get to actually go see all of those different areas that we normally don't get to see, and it's free. It's happening the next 2 weekends, so we're pretty excited to take you guys along with us. So this is actually going to be a really fun day. Guys, don't forget that if you are a platinum or gold, they have this special VIP entry lane. So because we're platinum pass members, we actually get to use this other entry lane and not have to wait as long. So as you guys can see, the process for the VIP lane is identical to what you would normally do. You're just going to scan your tickets, but instead of having to kind of wait in that line, this is going to be much more streamlined. You're going to get to walk right into the park. So this is definitely the way to go if you have either a gold pass or a platinum pass. Oh, you're good.
Golden.
Icebreaker, February 2022, you're in. So right here you guys can see they're doing the SeaWorld inside look, and they have experiences 1 and 2 are going to be over here by Turtle Trek, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are going to be the other way, and we're going to go actually that way first. So we're going to go check out 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, because that's actually where the orcas and the sharks are.
Yes, sir.
So we're right by the Guy Harvey painting, and that's actually where the entrance is to go check out the sharks. So that's what we're going to go do right now. So it's actually kind of cool to be able to go backstage and kind of see the inner workings of how they operate such a massive facility, such a massive aquarium tank. And obviously we're going to get to learn about how to kind of take care of sharks. And I've heard supposedly we're going to be able to be above the water, looking down through the water at the actual tunnel, which I actually think is really cool. So it's a different perspective than you've ever seen before. And the fact that they're letting us go back there and experience this for free is kind of amazing.
Just bear with us as we wait for the other groups. Absolutely. You are going to be going upstairs. You're going to see the top of Shark Encounter. So it's neat to see. You are more than welcome to take as many pictures as you want. We're not like other theme parks.
Universal. Yeah!
So we have nothing to hide here at SeaWorld. So please take lots of pictures. You will meet the experts, the people that work with these animals hands-on. So you'll get to hear from a couple of them as we go up.
So you also get a pretty awesome behind-the-scenes look at the coasters that you don't normally get to see. So right now going up the hill is Mako, and then the green coaster, they've actually completely repainted this into a new scheme, which is Kraken. And I actually love the green paint, but I'd like to know what you guys think in the comments. So let me know down below like what you guys think of the new paint on Kraken. I think it looks great. So as you guys can see, I am actually behind the scenes right now looking down into the shark tank, and down there you can actually see that tube. That's the tube that you actually go through when you go on the normal shark exhibit. We're gonna go down there and actually take a look at that here in just a minute. So if you look really close, you can see the netting up there. That's where we actually just were. So we were just standing up there looking down, and now we're underwater looking up. So 2 completely different views of the shark tank. It's actually really cool to get both in the same day. But you do have to actually do a foot bath before going into the seals and sea lion. So it's super shallow, you just walk through it, and it kind of sterilizes your shoes. So as you guys can obviously tell, these areas are areas that are normally off limits to normal guests. So being able to go see them and kind of see the behind the scenes is pretty awesome. Another foot bath. Shoes are sanitized.
Oh man, look at him go.
Super cool, right?
So cute.
I know. Hey, buddy. So the Penguins behind the scenes tour is actually right before you get to the sea lion exhibit, and it's on the side of the Penguin building. It's a little bit hard to find, but there are signs.
My name is Lexi. I'm one of the aviculturists or penguin keepers here. And in front of me I have some of our Magellanic penguins. Have you all been to SeaWorld before?
Yep.
Yes. Perfect. Have you been through our Antarctic exhibit before?
Yes.
Beautiful. If you've seen our penguin exhibit, we do have 5 different species that live there. These are not penguins that you would typically find in there simply because they're not found in the same areas typically. So they live behind the scenes. Normally they would be found somewhere around Chile and Argentina, so the southern tip of South America, or there's the Falkland Islands as well. So their habitats kept around 55 degrees Fahrenheit. However, they can tolerate into the 80s comfortably. So that 32 degrees that we keep at the Antarctic exhibit would be considered far too cold for them. Rachel here just showed you a good example of why we don't want a penguin as a pet. They do projectile launch their poop every about 10 to 15 minutes, and it can launch about 3 to 5 feet behind them. So imagine having a population of 28 Magellanics, or to make sure we kind of try to keep it nice and clean. But yeah, again, you don't want penguins as a pet.
So one thing about getting to go behind the scenes is you get to see stuff that you normally don't get to see, which is going to be like right here. There's a baby penguin underneath that other penguin. They have a couple of them back here. He's kind of hard to see, but he's kind of gray in color. He's hanging out down there. And then there's another one right underneath this penguin. Another little baby penguin right there. Super awesome. So one thing to note about the behind the scenes tour for the penguins is when you get done with that tour, it will actually exit you into the penguin encounter, which is 32 degrees. So be prepared for that.
The real reason you're here is to be able to see a killer whale up close. This is Makayo. He's 11 years old, and he was born here at SeaWorld. And what we're doing right now, I don't want to miss the moment, because this was the whole vision for Inside Look, is we're showing our guests how we build the bond with the whale. You see how the whale, you see how Makayo just lifted his tail for Justin to rub? It would be like a dog coming up and saying, hey, rub my ears, rub my back, rub my belly. And I'm not saying this is a dog, this is a killer whale. This is the top predator of the ocean. And he's choosing to interact with Justin. What a privilege that is for us. I know a lot of our guests, they see what's happening in the shows where they'll see, you know, the back dives, the breaches, the splashes. And that's cool and that's fun and that's exciting. But this is how it starts, right here, poolside, one-on-one, just loving the whale. And you'll see that the longer they are together, they'll even start breathing in that same type of cadence. Our oldest whale is 45 years old, Katina, and then we have one that's in her late 50s out in San Diego.
So in the wild, is it shorter?
I wouldn't, scientists have differing opinions there. Some say, I think an average age is like in around 60, 70. Some say longer, some say shorter. A lot of it depends on their food source.
Yeah.
So what age is considered an
mature?
adult? A mature adult.
He's coming into his adulthood.
So
he's a full-blown teenager at this point. He's 11, but all his parts are able.
So about 12, 13 years old is considered an adult.
He's definitely a breeding age.
Are you guys able to still get in the water at all with them?
In that pool right there.
That's it?
That's only the only place.
And he's having a little fun playtime in our pet pool. So, yeah.
we're able to provide medical care if necessary. So basically that means this is a false bottom. We close the gate. We can actually lift this bottom all the way up to the top. The vet can step on dry land and they can provide whatever kind of veterinary care we need. So this is very important. What we do as trainers is we condition them to be relaxed in this pool, make it no big deal. So we can train them to do a blood sample in this pool in a very positive manner. What that would look like is we would roll the whale over and the whale would put his flukes, lay it out on the deck, and at playtime, he's really interacting with Morgan, playing with her, having so much fun. So this is incorporated in everything we do and all the behaviors that they're learning. And the behaviors right there, right there. You go. Right here, here. There, right here. Yeah! So we've actually trained the game hide and seek as a concept game. So we can have fun playing with Morgan and Ellie. So I'm just going to talk about husbandry. So you guys have some questions about how we care for our animals? Let me know. You got a question over here? Oh, she's right here. I'm showing you. Listen.
Listen all the way. Thank you. Like, you have to go to, you know, have a doctorate. Like, what are the requirements?
No, we're not that smart. I wish we were. Most of us here, we have degrees.
Yep. Biology, I would have to assume.
Actually, most of it's psychology.
Okay.
It's based on positive reinforcement and how to apply it. So I have biology. I grew up in Michigan. Didn't know psychology was the best thing to get for it. So, but the most important part is doing different internships.
Yep.
Before you start like trying to get into the career, because it's kind of hard. Yeah. It's a really, really hard career to get into. You have to be able to pass a swim test, a talking part. Out in California, I actually had to like do a little like dance. Yeah. Right. So here you just have to be able to talk, swim, do some push-ups. So be physically fit.
Yep.
And be able to talk to everybody. So it's really fun. They really do seem to enjoy Jell-O. So in this toy, you can see that we use Jell-O. The Jell-O is sugarless and flavorless. So it's pretty much extra hydration, but they seem to enjoy trying to peel or get all of the Jell-O off of all of the toys. What's cool, like this toy right here, you can see that was probably hard to get out, but they have a specific method. They're gonna get that out. They're gonna blow water really, really hard and try to get underneath it, and then suck the Jell-O back in before it gets back down on there. So it's really, really cool to see their different techniques on how to get the Jell-O too.
That is our fish prep building, and that is where all the animals' food is prepared every single day. They're going to share lots of information with you in there, and you're going to do a quick tour of that building. Then normally, if this was any other year of Inside Look, we would bring you right back here into the park, say goodbye. But this year, we are keeping you with us longer, and your tour guides are then going to take you over to Dolphin Cove. Again, that is where that dolphin training team will be taking you from there. Now that is where the ticket that Tasha is going to give you, or Lauren, or Solaris, is going to come into play. These are golden tickets. Use your imagination, they're white with Sharpie, okay? Just pretend. That is your golden ticket to that dolphin area. That is why it is really important that you are in your family groups right now so that Tasha doesn't inadvertently separate you, okay? We want to keep you guys together. That is going to be for the dolphin training team. And if you ask me what you're doing with the dolphins, I don't know. So I get paid to talk for a living, and I love to share information about the animals, and sometimes I have spoiled surprises. And they didn't want me to do that with you all this year. So you are good here.
We are always moving up station groups. It's not.
So right behind me, you guys will actually see the Dolphin Pool, and part of the inside look for, it's actually the #1 inside look, is you're gonna actually get to go in here and interact with the dolphins and actually touch a dolphin. So it's kind of cool. They're not doing feedings right now because of the inside look. So this is the closest that you can get to a dolphin during this time. So the inside look is the easiest and best way that you can actually get to touch one of these dolphins. So it's actually pretty cool. And because it's free, you get not only to go see all the behind the scenes tour stuff, but you're also gonna get to walk out here, interact and touch a dolphin, which is pretty amazing. It's not something you get to do every day.
There we go. We're just going to stay behind their blowholes. But one big thing for dolphins is obviously sometimes they'll get those markings, right? So like Rascal's going right here. Dexter probably has, I believe, a little bit behind his dorsal fin. They don't have snouts, so they can't manipulate their environment at all with those pectoral whippers. They do it all with their mouths and with their teeth. So that even goes for whenever they're playing with each other. So they will tend to get lots of markings and stuff like that. You're just so excited for every fish. You're so excited. Yeah, you are. My goodness. Every time I give you a fish, you're like, this is the best day ever. My goodness, my goodness. How do they feel? You're gorgeous, perfect, soft. Love it. Nice and smooth. Oh my gosh. All right. Why don't we take all of our pictures with Dexter? So why don't I have you? You come on over here with Rascal really quick. Y'all all shimmy on in here together.
So what was your favorite behind the scenes tour? So out of all the first looks, all 7 first looks, what was your favorite one to do?
The dolphins, because you got to actually touch them. And
yeah,
they did
it's the only
cool
experience
stuff.
you actually get to touch an animal.
Yeah, so the fact that you were able to touch the dolphins, that's what made it my favorite.
High, it lands high on your list.
Yeah, the orcas were awesome, the penguins were awesome.
The orcas were cool.
The shark was a really cool bird's eye view,
Yeah.
but definitely the dolphins were the best.
Yeah, you definitely get close, like closer than I've ever seen to the orcas.
Yeah, definitely.